Have you ever looked up at the night sky and seen a bright star moving steadily across it? Well, chances are you're looking at a shining beacon of human ingenuity, a place that circles our planet every single day.
So let me ask you, when you think about our greatest achievements, what comes to mind? For me, it has to be our one single incredible outpost up there in the sky. I'm talking, of course, about the International Space Station. It's a true marvel of engineering, and maybe more importantly, it's a testament to what we can actually do when we decide to work together.
So what is this thing really? Well, the ISS is a gigantic laboratory, and it was built as a joint project between 15 different nations. You got to think of it less like a satellite and more like a small city in orbit. Literally, humanity's first permanent address off-world.
And it's not empty, not at all. In fact, right now, as it's soaring over our heads, it's home to an international crew of 7 astronauts. They're up there living and working in this just unbelievable environment.
Okay, but to really, truly appreciate the scale of the ISS, you have to look at the numbers. And believe me, some of these numbers are just mind-boggling. First off, how high is it? Well, the station orbits about 400 kilometers up. That's roughly 250 miles above us. It's high enough to see that beautiful curve of the Earth, but still close enough to feel like a constant connection back to home.
But here's where it gets really wild: the speed. To stay in orbit, the ISS is whipping around our planet at nearly 29,000 kilometers an hour. That is so fast it circles the entire Earth every 90 minutes. And just stop and think about what that means for the crew inside. Because they're orbiting so quickly, they don't see one sunrise a day. No, they see 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every single day. Can you even imagine that?
But the station isn't just up there for the incredible views. Its primary purpose, its whole reason for being, is science. And specifically, the kind of science that is only possible in the unique environment of space.
The secret sauce is microgravity. See, it's a state of near-constant freefall, which creates this condition of virtual weightlessness. It's a laboratory setting that we just cannot replicate for any long period of time down here on Earth. It's totally unique.
And in this one-of-a-kind lab, scientists are doing research that is absolutely vital for our future. We're talking about everything from developing new technologies to figuring out how our bodies can survive long-term spaceflight for, say, a future mission to Mars. The work they do up there has real benefits for us back on the ground.
So you have to wonder, right? How do you run a supply line to a laboratory this remote? I mean, how do you get people and delicate experiments there and back, safely?
Well, the absolute game changer has been the development of reusable spacecraft. Unlike the old single-use rockets of the past, these vehicles can fly over and over again, and that dramatically lowers the cost and makes getting to space way more routine.
A perfect example of this is the SpaceX Crew Dragon Endeavour. Since just 2020, it's already completed 6 missions, becoming a real workhorse for shuttling crew and critical cargo up to the station and back.
So when you put all of this together, the sheer scale, the science, the cutting-edge technology, you start to realize that the ISS represents something much, much bigger than just a lab.
I want you to remember one number: 15. That's how many nations came together to make this incredible project happen. In a world that's so often defined by its divisions, that single number is a powerful, powerful symbol of unity.
So when you think about that gleaming outpost floating against the blackness of space, it sends a really clear and powerful message. It shows us what humanity can achieve.
When it chooses cooperation over competition, every single solar panel, every module is a testament to that one idea, that the final frontier is absolutely within our reach, but only when we work together.
And that really just leaves us with one final, and I think pretty inspiring thought. The ISS proves what's possible. So the only question left for us to ask is, what's the next frontier we can reach together?